I need to tell you something that I've never said out loud before. I'm pretty good at talking to girls. I know how to read the room, how to make a move at the right time, you know. And because M is my brother, yeah, for the sake of the story, I'm going to call him M. And because M is my brother, I taught him everything. Everything I know. Like, I mean, literally everything I know. And he took everything I taught him and used it on me. My own brother, the one person I personally coached, used those exact skills to destroy my situation with a girl I actually liked at church. Like at church while I wasn't there. And I wasn't even there to defend myself. Like that's the most like heavy part. So okay, let's start the story. So let me give you guys a bit of like context behind the story. So me and M grew up together, obviously. And growing up, M wasn't naturally smooth. He was quiet, awkward around girls. He didn't really know how to carry himself in those situations. I was different though. It came naturally to me, reading people, knowing what to say, and also knowing when to say like nothing actually. I was never arrogant about it, but I knew I had it. So naturally, M would come to me, how do I talk to her? What do I say? What do I do if she does this? And I would tell him everything though, because like he's my brother. I wanted him to do well. That was a huge mistake on my part. Now, so there's this girl at church. We're gonna call her E. So let me give a bit of context around E. So my brother, he was a ballet dancer for our church. He his mom taught him how to dance. So when she was like, when she was like constantly dancing, she taught my elder brother how to dance. So when he when my elder brother learned how to dance, then he taught E how to dance. So generally, I was already like familiar with her, familiar with their family. Then I left the states for a couple of years, then came back. But I did remember them, and they did remember me. But it wasn't like the way it was before. So I had been seeing her every Sunday for a while, and I liked her properly. Like I properly liked her, not just passing things, looking for someone to just spend time with. I actually liked her, and I told Emma about her. Just casually mentioned it, like we're just talking at night, and I was like, "Yo, I like this girl." Then he was like, he liked her too. So I asked him straight, "Are you serious about her? Because if you are, I will leave it alone. Like I'll leave her alone." He said no, he was not serious. I was like, okay, and I believed him. No, my second mistake in this entire situation. So next Sunday, I went to church with a plan. I was done waiting. Me and E were talking after service, and I just did it. I took her hand, like just took her hand. She was just laughing. We're just having a laugh with some jokes and stuff. Then I took her hand and I wrote "I like you." Let me actually quote it. I wrote "I like you," and she looked down and read it and looked back at me, and her exact words, I kid you not, I shite you not. She said, "You finally said it." 4 words. That's all she said. But those 4 words told me everything. She already knew and she had been waiting. The energy I thought was there was actually there. I went home feeling on top of the world. M was standing right there when it happened. He saw everything. Like, when your brother sees you, make progress, you're always gonna like, tell him how everything went, try to, because I was happy, genuinely. I was happy. Then I missed one Sunday because I had something to do. I didn't go to that particular Sunday. And one Sunday was all M needed. Because while I was gone, he walked straight up to E and told her the whole team was it there. That I never actually liked her. That writing on her hand was part of the stupid joke between me and him. I'm like, he used everything I taught him: the confidence, the calm delivery, the straight face. Like, the straight face was my most prized possession. He used everything and it worked because why would she think my own brother was lying to her? I came back the next Sunday and E was not there. The Sunday after that, she was not there either. And I had no idea until like her cousin told me what happened. The month after the month after, M and E's cousin, they started dating. Like, do you hear me clearly? M and E's cousin started dating, the cousin of E, like the girl. So let me break this down slowly. He watched me make a move and waited for me to miss one Sunday, went to talk to E and killed it, then dated her cousin. He did not just block me, he used me, like, he used the exact space he created to move forward himself. I told him how to read the room. I taught him how to be patient. I told him how to be calm and calculated because I know I started trying to do most of that ever since I love watching, calculated movies. I love being calm and calculated. It helps me, like, rationalize things better. I taught him like how to make calculated decisions. He used every single one of those lessons on me specifically. At some point, I had to just sit back and appreciate how cold that was. Like, not laughing about it, just acknowledge it because that was not a mistake. That was a calm, calculated plan. They broke up, by the way, Em and the so called cousin. I'm not saying anything about that. I'm just saying it happened. And for weeks after I found out what he did, M had no idea I knew. Walking around the house completely normal, eating, playing on the PlayStation, acting like, everything was fine. And I just watched him every day, knowing that feeling of knowing something about someone who thinks you do not know is a very specific type of madness. Here is the thing I actually took from this. Do not teach everyone everything you know. Some people will use it well, some people will use it on you. I do not regret being good at what I am good at. I do not even regret teaching but I learned that being the one who knows the most does not protect you from the people you share that knowledge with. He outplayed me with my own playbook. And honestly, that's a hard thing to admit, but it is true. So that's the story, though. Most of it, anyway, because there is more. What happened when M found out I knew? Whether me and E ever talked again? All of that is going to be in part two. So like and subscribe because I'm only making part two if this one does, like, serious numbers. Drop a comment and tell me, was M wrong or did he just play the game better that day? I genuinely want to know what you think. So you know what? See you next Sunday.